Hello, welcome. We're the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here with our review of My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 3.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I just turned my lights on. I forgot they were off.
They can't
Also,
even
my
see
forehead.
it.
My forehead is really shiny. Sorry.
It is kind of shiny. Look at that.
I know.
God,
the
dude.
lights right above
Is
me.
that the UA Traitor Gabe's hairline?
Yes, the UA Traitor. We finally got it. And it was a really well done reveal, all things considered.
It was so good.
Everybody
Oh my God.
crying and having a bad time and a realization of Brett's just like, ba 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 ba.
Hey,
Ba,
me and
ba,
Rhett
ba,
were
ba.
both. Hey, hold on.
Game, come
Rhett
on.
and I were both right.
Come on, man.
About Ayama. No, we were both right. Was that not my prediction?
Yeah, but you know, I kind of put
So,
a little bit more investment in this.
No. Case closed. Case closed. We both had the same amount of investment, and we both made the same amount of memes off of this situation. You cannot sit here and tell me that you were the only one on the curious train, okay?
I was the only
How
one who
dare
was
you.
curious. Yes, you just said that one, and I was the only one who actually tried to fucking find evidence. I swore! Ah! We're trying to swear less here with the custodian.
Age restricted. More like mentally restricted.
No, seriously. I need to get into Gojo's domain expansion and just...
Joe, you're
So anyways, let's go through the episode, gentlemen.
Let's do it. Let's do it frame by frame.
Wow.
Alright, so we just start off with the...
I wish we got some reaction. Are we not going to get any more reaction from America on losing their number one?
Yeah, you'd think that this culture...
Like, hello. Like, imagine we just sent, like, Michael Phelps over to fight Japan.
Bro, it's not
and
even
he just
Michael
died.
Phelps. Rhett talked about how it's like Star and Stripes was if like you had if LeBron James or like fucking Tom Brady
Just
or whoever. Did I just swear again?
We need to have like a quarter jar.
you know, we have like, brain filler. You say like, do or
Yeah,
or
we
like,
do.
fucking fuck. Damn it! I just did. We're never gonna get through this, are we?
Wow, we're so done. No, losing Star and Stripes was if the number one athlete in your country was also simultaneously a war hero and like the president, and he went out and died. Like, like imagine what that would do to the culture of your country. Like it would, your infrastructure would collapse.
I don't know about that. See, we have this thing. If we have a president dies, that's why we have a vice president.
We don't
But,
have,
Shut up. You
they
get what I
have a
mean.
number 2 hero, but like
Then we have a number 2 who becomes number 1. But as the number 2 in America,
Koichi, come on, baby.
I'll do
Let's-
that backflip. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that backflip.
Oh, Joe. I would
Yep.
ask that
I'll take Captain's letter.
points can be updated, but could you do bingos if we do these like reaction post-discussion breakdowns going into the
Yeah.
future? Could you do the bingo X's during this? Because I went to go grab the bingo cards because in the beginning of the reaction I'm like, here are the updated bingo cards, except they were updated for the episode that we hadn't watched yet in the continuity of the reaction. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Well,
the UA Traitor was already X'd out. Which is because I did a funny zoom in on it, but
There you go.
anyways, so Stars and Stripes is gone.
Yeah, Star and Stripe died.
Top tier sadness.
It's so, just the
Yeah.
she was
Cue the
so
theme.
cool.
Cue
it
the
was,
theme.
Yeah. Explodo. I already miss her. She was like a peak Jujutsu Kaisen character. he started exploding. Yada yada yada. We watched that. Okay, is
he even
Mr.
here?
Ayama?
He's not even. Yes, no, he's not even here. Now
Even
there's
Sato's
Hagakure.
there.
Even
Sato's
Sato's there. Even big.
Hagakure and Aoyama weren't even there.
Even Big Chief. All right. Okay, I was gonna skip this, but actually. Also, there's a shooting star at the start.
That's a Steven Spielberg move right there.
Yes, it is. Good on you, Gabe.
I watched Jaws yesterday.
Yes, that was
There
actually a natural.
like
shooting
three
star.
of them. There's like three of them in there.
The one that was in Jaws, that was a actual shooting star, which is why he put them in the rest of the movies.
There you go. Cool. Oh look, Shinzo, better than Monoma.
Right, are you trying to stream in 4K?
No.
It's
Bro,
60
I guarantee you,
it's 1440p.
with my Wi-Fi and my rig now, it is a not me problem. It is.
No.
All right, but
Yeah,
we got
so-
here. So that is
yeah, so
definitely
we-
Ayama.
yeah.
That is absolutely
That was
Ayama.
something we talked about in our post discussion. Was that now looking back at this intro, which honestly, I'm gonna fault us for not stopping on this frame and trying to look at this a little bit closer.
How could we? How could we?
We did.
could
It
not.
was.
You can like really
did
look
it.
at the shape of the hair.
Yeah, bro, you could not. That is indiscernible.
Yeah, nah. Well,
It is
now that I have an image of it in my
Yeah,
brain
because
of what
now
it
that
is,
you know, it's kind of like when you look at a picture and it's like, oh, can you see if these trees make a cat? It's like you can't see it, and then once you see the cat, it's like, oh,
well,
now I only can
can't-
see the
I
cat.
can only see the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like at first you don't know this is Aoyama, but once you know, you're like,
there's no
oh,
way you can
it
tell.
totally makes sense. No, I can tell.
You can tell.
I can tell.
Like
better
looking at it now.
No, you
it's
can
the
tell
blonde
that you
hair,
can tell
but,
it's the
like,
hair. It's the fucking
Is it?
hair.
Well, that's just the lighting.
No, it's the hair. It's also the shape of the hair. It's smooth.
How would you not
Like
be
that.
able to know that beforehand, though?
Well, that's
That's
what we're
exactly
saying.
my point. That's what I was just talking
we
about.
wouldn't have I'm not faulting us for not getting that. In fact, I think our Shirakumo thing was not bad.
Yeah, the sure.
Yeah, that was.
I think we're kind of spitting fire with that one.
Yeah. Especially because this doesn't look
biased.
like prison set. Like this doesn't look like a
No,
prison set.
it doesn't.
I mean, it's supposed to be
Oh.
more symbolic, maybe. You know, he is. Well, okay, so we know how like everybody's in you know, people are symbolized who are like good, right? They're in the light. You know, this is a very common trope. You know, if you're in shadow, you can be seen as, you know, dark villainous, or even like in a worse state of mind.
He's sitting in the dark part of the room, and light is being shed upon him.
Well, yeah, because he's seeing everything that he wants to be and wants to have. He wants to have these genuine connections. He wants to have, you know, these friends that can trust and that rely on him, and, you know, to be a hero. But he is barred and trapped behind, you know, this
The cage that is
the cage that is
one.
all for one. And so he only gets to see it. And while it does get to shine on him, he doesn't get to.
Imagine growing up without your will that you just get to be indebted to All for One.
Yeah,
Just
'cause
from the
he was
get-go,
like
too.
4 years old.
Yeah.
At
you
that's
don't
the
even
age
get a
where if you don't
chance.
have a quirk, it's like it's not common. Yeah.
And then we got,
So now we have to get our other friend with Agakure.
Yes. Also, Joe brought this up in the reaction, but we cut it out. Stars and Stripes also seems to have awakened, maybe a little bit more.
Peeled back some of the Shigaraki
Yeah.
persona.
Yeah, on the Tenko persona. So
Yes.
maybe that might lead to more of a chance to save Tenko.
Or reaching out to him. Yeah.
Which again, and I brought this up in the reaction, but I don't think I think the idea is if we do get some kind of hero redemption arc, it won't be a redemption, it'll be atonement rather than redemption, because that seems to be the direction that My Hero goes towards.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because we know that Midoriya is not giving up on Shigaraki. Or,
I just don't know if, well, Shigaraki himself will get that chance with All for One in the picture.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him use a
I wanted
fucking
whatever those are.
shoulder rock.
It's
Hey,
gonna be
swear!
It's gonna. I guarantee you, it's gonna be like a sweat store, and for his cluster, and so then he can just like from his shoulder.
Okay, so
like it'll literally just become War Machine
because he
has the minigun on the shoulder.
I just swore. He's got the Hellzone grenades now. And so you're right. They're probably because they look really small. They shoot droplets, and then he can just explode
so
them.
does he have a tank of sweat on his back?
That's what I'm saying. The tank has
but effective.
It'll hold the sweat, and it'll shoot the sweat beads, and then he can use his zone grenade to ignite the sweat and.
I'm just imagining Bakugo with like a sweatband and just rings it and it's like what these are the whip and it explodes.
Yeah, the towel whip.
Yeah, it just
like how Gambit uses his scarf in X-Men '97 against the train.
Yeah.
I love the visuals of this intro. I just want to say.
Okay, so right here. No, you're absolutely
Dakota's high five. Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So we were right in that he is doing the same pose he did back in season 4 where he shot the laser up
SOS
as an SOS. But this is actually really subtle and I really like it.
Because now he's calling
This is Ayama calling for help. Yes.
Now he's like, help me.
Please come and help me.
But now we need the Hagakure bit.
And also, there was pieces of evidence that even I missed, like in season 4 during this moment. Some of the comments have enlightened me. But when he does this move, he's looking to fail. He wants to fail, as he will attract people to his location, and they will beat the shit out of him, and he won't graduate. Or not that he won't graduate, he won't pass. And it'll just 1 degree of separation from the rest of the classmates, so it's harder for him to inform on them. But no, what this is it's almost like he doesn't even take into account just like he's trying to keep them safe, but they care about him enough that they just keep going towards him. And so they're attracted by the light and they come to him. And so he is attracting these people. It's really cool. And it's like there for like
it's really cool.
And it's there for like half a second. You barely get to see it.
No. See, no one else would do this.
And then
no
of course you get Hagakure who's doing the like right
yeah.
It was him. He is him. He did it.
She's just missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like yeah. But also there was another piece. So remember in season 2 during the Heroes versus Students arc where they were trying to get out of the camp? Remember when Uraraka and Ayama are hanging on the pole and getting sucked up by 13? And Ayama's like, Midoriya, do you like him? And it's like, yeah, he was like purposely. I don't know if this is if it's literally that, but it does work well in retrospect. That it's like he was trying to purposely sabotage her so that he would fail and he couldn't go to the camp and therefore he couldn't inform All for One about it.
Yeah.
Which, again, and that's one of the things that works so well with this reveal. Now, it's not like Attack on Titan, where it's just like, no, this was literally deliberate. Where it's like, this might be, I can't confirm that, but with Attack on Titan, it's like, yeah, no, you did that on purpose. But it's that. No, not quite. It's a reveal in that you can look at things that maybe weren't necessarily planned for it, but they still work. In retrospect. And now the recontextualization just makes it better.
What makes me think that Horikoshi, he looked back at maybe once he got to season 4, and he was kind of planning for I kind of established that whole UA trader thing. Maybe I just retrospect these things work. They're kind of ambiguous then. But I can just play into that.
Yeah. So apparently he was going to reveal the traitor in season 3.
Oh.
What? Wow. Wait, what part?
I imagine it would be during the camp. But I can't remember if there was if he changed his mind or if it was an editor decision. But personally, I think it was a better idea to
I don't. No, season 3 was great. I'm trying to think of how they could fit that in, and I feel like there was too much already going on.
There was a lot.
I feel like
going
if
on
you
right
did
there,
throw that in there, it
You
would
know, like Fall of All Might. and
Yeah.
Ayama.
it would really mess up the. I think that was
It
a
would
good.
really mess it up. It'd
good
just be another
decision.
thing for a
be
continuation of the
another
next
thing,
season
yeah.
to track.
I would
Yeah.
say it could. You could
I
absolutely.
think
do
now
it.
is a good time.
I think it was the right amount of subtlety
Mhm.
going into future seasons. You
I
know, it was a
agree.
back burner. It was a back burner. It was a continuous back burner.
Dude, I adored Midoriya in this episode, and I cannot wait to talk about it.
He's
we'll
our
get to that.
hero.
So here's the spots right here where we got from what was it? Was it episode
Brett
1 or
calling me in the
2
morning.
of memories? This was game
This
in the
is-
morning. This was
This
game
is
in the morning.
this is Joe and I waking up in the morning when Rhett calls us.
No. No.
Ah.
It's time to wake up for my hero.
No.
It is time to wake up for
Oh, look
my
at Toga and Spinner.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him?
You swore.
Oh, you alright?
Ah!
It's-
It's too late at this point. We messed up.
No, I'm gonna just keep mentioning it until we realize when we say it. Like,
Yep. We gotta stop
Because
ourselves.
it's literally got to the point where we don't even realize we're saying.
No,
it.
no.
Joe's
Ugh.
absolutely right. It's our us. Like,
Oh.
Oh.
we just gotta
All
create
right.
replace words. All right. Flam. All right. I do. Hold
Ah,
on.
shucks. Shucks.
Shucks.
Shucks.
Wait, yeah, go next frame. Whatever.
I wanted to screenshot that.
Oh, okay. It's alright, other me. Oh!
That's like
What?
Rebecca's
Why didn't I
correct.
notice that before?
What?
Because it was floating before, I just didn't know that he had touched it, or if the chair itself could just float.
Oh, he's got
So it literally has a
telekinesis.
floating...
It's not floating because it's following him.
It's
Like,
got to be like a maybe
yeah,
a
some kind of
telekinesis thing.
touch-based telekine's maybe. But it is straight up like he just took the gravity gun from Gary's mod and just hit it.
Yeah. You just you'll be able to use your quirks again. Is he talking about the quirks that got messed
No,
up, that
no,
are
I
gone?
think he's talking because right now, look at him. He's breaking apart. He's not regenerating. I think his body just got.
Well, yeah, because
bored.
we do know the super regeneration quirk is gone, and so maybe that was a thing that was in part helping keep him together because his body just has so much going on with
Well,
it.
we know that
that's
quirks
enhanced.
are muscles, like or
Yeah.
like muscles, in that if you they stop working if you overuse them, and
Mhm.
so I think his body is just overused to the point like it's just too weakened right now where he can't really use his quirks effectively, and
He did just, almost get hit by...
He did get hit by
Giga
almost 10 nuclear
lava
bombs.
ton of TNT, I don't know what...
Yeah, remember,
Teraton, a
10
fun
mech-
bomb. I cut
10
that.
teratons. Remember, guys, 10 teratons or whatever the number was.
No.
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 I love how he's like, I can't. It's always, oh my, I hate this guy.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I caught myself that time. That was I almost said it.
Man, so is this what Ultra One might have been like before he separated himself from his normal quirk?
What?
This is master hater energy.
Oh yeah, no, he is ultimate master hater.
I know, but like he's more like calm collected about it. But like with Shigaraki,
Oh,
well, maybe
no,
it's
no,
also
no. He's always been like this, the way he is, because that was the sheer fact that the reason why he like is the biggest Shiggy hate supporter there is because he never had just the raw emotion to overcome the will of the vestiges inside of One for All. That's why he needed Shigaraki's hatred in order to overpower that, so he could finally steal One for All.
I still don't understand how
It's
the
the
hell.
perfect ultimate combination of AFO's hater energy and Shigaraki's rage. Like,
Mhm. I still don't understand how he can look at the situation and go, "We won. That's a victory. We
They
got the
did.
W."
they absolutely did. It wasn't a clean W, but they just
That's what-
removed. They
No,
did-
but
the
he's
heroes
making it
lost on
sound like
clean
this was
beats.
he's making it sound like this went completely according to plan. Like Like he's pulling a Thrawn here, in my opinion. Like
this is far from a Thrawn. 'Cause
No,
there was a-
no, I
there was a
disagree.
positive here.
He's looking at this. He's looking at this and going, "Oh, I knew this would happen. All according to
That's
my
literally
plan."
not what he said.
Like that's literally.
Oh, he's
what I was
acting like it.
Thrawn,
That is not what he said.
Thrawn would have the entire Death Star blow up in his face as he craps his pants, and he'd be like, "I'm not actually a loser here." You know, like Star and Stripe is dead. The
I
number one
didn't
hero of
crap
the
my
US
pants.
is dead.
You did.
They have what's the reverse of galvanizing? They have removed everybody's investment in going to help Japan. It's gone. Everybody's staying home right now. Like this was a massive victory. Even though it wasn't the ultimate perfect victory where they got New Order, they won this altercation. This was a massive blow to the restoration and defense of Japan. I agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Oh, like a little pat on the shoulder.
You're doing great. You're doing awesome.
Your tummy still hurt, bud?
Bro, you need some saltine crackers and ginger ale.
Okay, again, this I still disagree with. She wasn't your greatest obstacle. Midoriya is the greatest obstacle. What? Why did you...
Well,
Midoriya
it's
is
the
the
greatest
greatest
obstacle in the face of obtaining one for all.
I feel like that would still be Midoriya. Why would that
I mean,
not
he seemed to
still be
have valued both of them just as
Apparently, I mean, yeah, but they're not on the
saw that
same
in the
level.
last episode.
Well, like I previously said, the greatest obstacle here was New Order as a quirk, and also the fact of any outside help is no longer coming.
Mhm.
It is just him and one for all now.
Because there's a lot of other countries with a lot of other number one heroes. Heck, the U.S. still has, we know it has heroes that are still big weapons, all right?
Yeah.
Major damage.
Koichi!
Koichi and Captain Celebrity. Captain Celebrity can lift a cruise ship. That doesn't scale too highly, but like narrative, that's like really big for
It's
this
more
world.
than a lot of
That's
like
more than
Endeavor
a lot
can't
of
do that.
Japanese heroes. Like,
Endeavor can't do that.
Endeavor could like destroy a cruise ship really easily. But you're right, he can't lift one. Realistically,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like if Endeavor was lifting one. Honestly, I wouldn't.
And he also held up what that like the space needle.
He's
thingy.
selling Space Needle, which is huge. Sure, All Might was
Yeah.
just like, huh, weak sauce, but like that's all. But read Vigilantes on Viz now. Like
Honestly,
do yourself a favor. Read Vigilantes. Gabe,
you can do it. You can do it in 36 hours.
Joe knows.
Just stop it.
So you know what? Okay, I didn't mention this in the reaction, but you know what this gives me major vibes to when he's like, I create plans and you're many years out in advance. You know what that reminds me of, Joe? Number 6.
Yeah.
Like all that trouble, all that turmoil, all the fighting that was done there, that was just one little line and all for one's little schemes.
Uh-huh.
I love the tapping of his foot.
I love how he's impatient.
I just
Like,
want to go kill my dad.
I want to kill my dad. I want to kill my brother. Can we please hurry this up?
I'm a potato, and you are a fry.
I'm
I'm
not
based
these
in
jokes
your
here
cringe.
because I cut these in the reaction. These are...
No, why, you asshole?
I'm based in your cringe.
Yeah, it's this thing called strategy.
And thinking.
Dude, I didn't even
ahead.
notice that. I like how they like threw like some sauce stuff onto this rock. Like it's like we're gonna make this a little more homey environment. All right.
This is my
What's all
little
the-
cave.
I wonder what all the crates are. Like, what
They got
kind of-
electricity strung up in here. I mean, this is like if you got some Wi-Fi, this would be a cool little private hangout spot. You know?
I almost did it again. I gotta stop. Yeah, we get it.
So, my question is this like The Departed?
Ugh.
And I mean that seriously. Spoilers for The Departed. But
Is also all for one Jack Nicholson here?
that's, yes.
Or-
Where there was actually another mole on the force the entire time, and we, as the audience, didn't even know. Where is there gonna be like another informant? Is there like what are some of these other threads? Like, what do you think they could be?
I wonder where all the other branches go off to, if not to that end goal of all for getting one for all.
Well, I'm sure he's got goals
Working-
after
work-
that. I mean, you know, first one for all, then the world, you know? Like, it's like then this thread,
I mean,
this thread is him bringing back Blockbuster. This thread is this thread is
Slay Death Arm.
convincing
This route is investing in GameStop, and this one is in Dogecoin.
This one is an apple.
convincing the populace that whole grain is horrible for you. Like, he's just like, I don't know, he's old, why not? Like,
Yeah, he's just
This
like,
is-
I got so much time to just fuck with society. Let's just.
That's
do
really
whatever we
fuck
want.
with society. Oh gosh. Comments on it.
yeah, so he has search. He has
You wanted to like pause this real quick, right when it gets to like the shows the circles on the students.
Sure. But he has search. He literally just used search.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes, don't you worry. We were told by our Discord that this was the end of an issue right here. The I have many friends shot of Hagakure.
That
Can
was
you
an
imagine
end.
waiting a week to be
To
like,
find out that it wasn't her.
well, not just to find out it wasn't her. I mean, true, but that as well. But
That
like,
could
just
be also her.
a week
Yeah.
of speculation of,
They knew what they were doing.
yes, this was deliberate.
Violin. Bird.
Bird.
So apparently this is all original. Like, this was not in the manga, apparently.
Let's go, Coda. Coda, if you're gonna call birds, they have to be pigeons? Can't they be like vampire vultures or something? Like, can't you like really
You know
bring in
what
some
there's a lot
firepower?
of everywhere, Gabe?
A million billion pigeons.
A million billion pigeons.
How many
Replace
pigeons
every
are in the world?
ant in the world with a pigeon.
Yeah. How many?
I'm just saying they could. Why does
There
why
are
does-
between 260 and 400 million pigeons.
couldn't
Why?
Coda be amazing at trying to scout out All for One?
Dude, a quirk.
All for One
evolution-
probably got like a detect
Bro can
someone.
speak to ants.
No, that's
Bro,
that's
All
a
for
great
One
point.
probably. No, All for One probably has a fucking. All for One definitely has like a detect someone who's communicating with animals to figure out what I'm doing quirk. Like he's got that already.
Yeah, but
No
it-
one
it-
can
it's
do
just-
anything.
It's just an ant.
No, but here's the thing. I think a cool
That
quirk
ant- that's a
evolution
spy,
for,
sir, that's an
for,
ant.
Coda wouldn't be necessarily anything more to do with like his control over animals. I think it'd be cool if
Can
whatever
see through
information
their
they-
eyes.
maybe not so dramatic, but
Like
like
skin
whatever
toning?
information they get, it can just be beamed directly to him.
Like yeah,
Yeah, so like he can
Cut out
know
the
what they
middleman
know.
part.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So he could tell them to go do something, and then they do it, and it's like, oh crap, he's over here. Like,
Yeah, as
But
opposed
you're
to having to wait for them to
absolutely
come back.
right, Joe. Excuse
'Cause
me,
he
little
can't- he
ones.
can't
A
con-
million billion ants show up. Can you scour Japan and like?
All right, just
We're
just
not
go-
kidding
go
when we
search.
say that. We're not kidding. A million billion. Look it up. A million. There's more
Well, there's more
ants
than that.
in the world than there are like stars in the galaxy. It's.
Dude, there's more
it's-
trees in Canada than there are stars in the galaxy. Like,
I'm
Imagine
just.
how,
how
like
many
Coda could
ants?
show up. Coda could show up at the final battle with a tidal wave of ants.
20
just-
quadrillion ants.
This is a final battle, gentlemen. It's Coda versus
All
All
for one
One.
gets swept. Round one.
Who
Who
can
wins?
control more
All
ants?
for one or two. That's
do
the.
you remember
That's the
that
next
meme that
community
came
po-
around for a while? That was like, would you choose one to fight for you? Everything
Yeah,
else.
and the rest fight against
Dude,
you.
there was like 3 bears, 5 bulls, 4 lions, like, and it's like
10,000
20
rats.
20 quadrillion ants.
That's the next community post, rat. You need to do All for One versus 20 quadrillion ants. And like it's all ants, so there's like even the smart ones too that like build bridges with their bodies. So he can't go anywhere. He thinks he can fly. No, they'll figure out a way to get to him too.
They're very angry at just All for One.
These are them
I'm
He's
the
that
big-
fucking man, too. She's like, oh, was that your auntie?
Is that your auntie? Hold on, I'm making this post right now.
20 quadrillion ants.
20
talking.
quadrillion ants.
Keep talking.
I do like this little bit though of like the abyss bit. I can't. Tokiyami's gonna be so goaded when he's old,
older.
dude.
Oh my
Are you
goodness.
He's
kidding
gonna be
me?
so
Like, his-
strong.
He's
like,
already
it-
strong and goaded right
What-
now.
Like, okay, if he becomes like a master in like martial arts too, like he'd be like a shadow type forearms with like a symbiote. You
That
know,
can
like
also
he can
fly.
do his forearm shit. Like, oh, he could be fighting, and then, Dark Shadow could be fighting alongside him doing other shit the exact same time.
And
Not
who's
to
to say
mention
that
he
Dark
can
Shadow?
code him himself in it, and he can fly. And then
And he
there's
can fly.
and then there's
oh
just
my
And, like,
God.
Ragnarok,
what if
and then
Dark-
Ragnarok by itself.
But Ragnarok
Yeah.
by itself. And what if Dark Shadow itself can start to evolve? Like, what if it could turn into like a form of Black Whip, basically, where it can
Yeah.
like stretch out and grab things from it with its shadow, like instead of just the arms and whatnot. Like, this is so.
Tokiyami's such a
Good.
cool character.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
For a Birdman,
He's got a. He's
He's
hope to
solid.
God, he's like top 5 in the. In
he's
the far
he's.
future.
I'll have to double check what my list is.
He's gonna be like.
I
a
think he's in my top
stronger-
5.
Like, I feel like he fits a far different role, but he's gonna be like the edge shot position. I'm feeling like edge
He can
shot
just
is-
kind
Yeah.
of do like everything.
Like
He's like the.
I'm just saying, I want his Cork Awakening to be just a Ragnarok mech. Like, please. Please, I want a Ragnarok mech.
Hey, we've been saying that since the 10K stream.
I just want a Ragnarok mech.
Go Ragnarok. It's just the Megazord. Oh, we do see Sato in this scene. He like destroys like he carries Shima.
Do I get points?
Do I? No, you go. What did Coda did something or birds? That's gonna be a key play. That group of birds is gonna come back later, and they're gonna smash into like
Post is
gonna-
live.
like
they're
dominate.
gonna shit on All for One, and then that's gonna be a bingo square.
Yep.
So here's something about little physics here. So the fact that he's not moving means that no matter how durable they are, the force on one side is equivalent to the force on the other, which
Yes.
means that 3 arms of Shoji, 3 or 4 arms, maybe we can't see one, is equivalent to a boosted, powered up Sato.
Whose strength is now what tenfold from what we understand.
Your Honor, how does this scale to light speed?
No, all I'm saying is that Sato with a dedicated super strength quirk has the same amount of force as both Ojiro and Shoji.
Who don't have dedicated strength. I mean,
I
you could argue that
Ojiro
that
does.
Shoji's is, or sorry,
You can
not
argue
Shoji.
that both of them kind of do in a sense is it
Yeah.
not super strength that you
It is.
add
It's
more
part of.
arms?
It's part of what they have. It's and then like with Ojiro, like the whole thing is his tail is.
But we still also gotta get Shoji sauce.
He'll get.
We
He'll
do
get
from
his.
the outro, you're
He'll
right.
get. God damn!
Machine
Oh,
gun
Ojiro
blow.
I love how Ojiro's just staying in the air.
This is all you do. This is all you're good for. This is all. Man.
Denki, charge my iPhone. I just grabbed 20 batteries.
Kaminari. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a lot of batteries. You know, he's creating a lot of electricity, but like, this is all you do. Bro.
What's he doing with it?
I
Like, what
love
are
how
you trying-
Momo just casually just interrupts like mass.
Oh, yeah, the conservation of mass, yeah.
Mass, yeah, like yep.
Technically, she doesn't, as she uses her lipids to create it.
That's
but
not
you're not
right.
the same. It's not the same.
She eats food and she doesn't change it all. She was like fat gum and then like made a bunch of stuff and became small again. Then maybe.
This is a power team right here.
So now we know the durability of his balls.
Or at least that could go to show just how the durability of his balls goes to show just how
How acidic.
acidic Mina is. Yeah. Which I'm glad
Are we-
we got her.
Didn't need it.
I want to point out this looks
No, you-
exactly like the running sequence that we see him do in the opening for season 3.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it's Bakugo, Kirishima, and Ida like
Yeah.
running. Well, there's Ida running, and it looks very similar to that. Is this just
Got our
his
class rep.
Is this his armor?
It's what he
without
wears.
the
It's where
armor?
it's what he wears underneath all the plating.
That's kind of cool.
Someone did make our Discord did talk about how it's weird seeing Deku use Black Whip without the gloves. It's just like, oh yeah, he doesn't need the glove. It doesn't come out. It comes out of his hand. He can just kind of poop it out.
Just-
The Frotskis.
Yeah, it just kind of just comes
yeah,
out.
it just kind of comes out. Bakugo is so strong now.
I was gonna say they're.
Oh. Huh?
This is
Huh?
this is a cool application of the power.
Yeah, it's why he's still wearing his winter suit.
Yeah, well, yeah. 'cause
Like,
he
oh yeah,
sweats
so I
more.
can keep sweating.
Bro's it permanently in wrestling season.
Yeah.
He's always so he's a taper on the
Tape
wrist,
wrist.
taper on the
Wrestler.
ankles.
Tape around the
Why do we
ankles.
say he's critically a wrestler?
Yeah.
running around the room.
Oh man, the meet's in 20 minutes.
Gotta get on the cycle.
Gotta burn 5 pounds. 20 minutes.
And of course, this going back to season 5, basically how everybody, it never was just like, how do we get stronger? It never was just like Flash Fire Fist.
Do that.
Okay. Level up all the moves.
So yeah, he's just basically like, I've gotten an upgrade. I'm ready to throw down. How
Yeah.
much of an upgrade is this?
I'm
Enough
more.
to go- enough to go faster.
I was gonna say, I'm curious to see where he like matches up with now against
Because
Midori.
before he got Cluster, he was equivalent to 30% Midoriya, which is just
That's still really that's
insane.
insane.
Really.
This makes him
Probably
stronger than
speed-wise.
like 99.99% of every human being who's ever lived. But where if we were to like equate it to a percentage,
Yeah.
what Midoriya is he at right now?
Because Midoriya is currently just rocking what 40% normal now.
30% base, 40%.
Are we including
burst,
Fall?
But that was before he got Fajin. I'm sure he's leveled up. I'm sure he's leveled up.
Yeah.
He's got to be
I would
hovering more like
in
at
fact,
60.
safest assessment would be like he is charting at a kind of easy 40, maybe even easy 50% with a burst of higher now.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's something interesting that I'm curious about is so obviously the fight that's going to happen is going to be between Midoriya and Shigaraki. Do we think that Bakugo is going to be the one to take down All For One? Midoriya is going to be the one to take down Shigaraki.
I brought that up in our 10K stream.
That'd be kind of poetic.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I
No,
brought
that's-
that
that's
up.
my
That's
point.
exactly what my point was back in the 10K stream. Was the idea that personally I prefer if it was Bakugo and Midoriya versus Shigaraki, but considering that we have Uraraka on Toga, Todoroki on
Yeah.
Dabi, Midoriya has Shigaraki.
Like who would be
It would
and
fit with
who's
Bakugo
always but like Bakugo has talked about like
being the
like,
number
not
one
all-
hero. And,
not
again,
only am
brought
I
all
going to
this
be
stuff
better than
up-
All Might.
I brought all this stuff up in the 10K stream, where
Mm-hmm.
it was Bakugo, not only this would cement him as like, yes, I beat the guy that All Might couldn't. Or like, I mean, technically.
No, he did technically. He
Yeah,
did
but
twice.
like, you know, he did it twice. But like, I beat the guy that it took All Might to defeat. I am an All Might level person now.
Yeah.
But also,
I put him down for
also,
good.
it would be him getting, you know, catharsis or like revenge, redemption for his
Yeah.
belief that he got rid of All Might, right?
I do want
Yeah.
to know though, like, what kind of firepower would he eventually be packing in order to take
So
down?
He
Oh,
would
take on
need,
the-
dude.
Oh, like you need a
Zord Bomba!
As
a what
personally,
tornado level?
I would prefer if it was kind of like an All Might and All For One go. Like they go together, you know.
Like
'Cause we
all
have the
like
Death
so like
Prophecy.
Baku. Oh, okay, I get what you mean.
We got the Death Prophecy with All Might, so it would be more of like an All Might. All
Iron
Might's
Martyr?
fine. Yeah, an Iron Martyr.
Oh, more.
I like Iron Martyr. Yeah.
All martyrs.
Iron Might or All
Yeah.
Martyr?
Iron Might
We're
and All
covering both
Martyr
our
are
bases.
pretty
He could have a
solid.
mech suit and it could explode.
It doesn't matter. In the end, he's blowing up. He's blowing up.
Iron
And then
Martyr.
act like I don't know nobody.
Yeah. I want to say that Memories episode did numbers for Iron Stocks. Like, Martyr stocks are already pretty high, but... Anyways, I've thought that for a while, and while I prefer the All Might matchup, I would get really, really hyped for the Bakugo matchup. Not just because it's like, oh, it's a cool fight, but because there's a lot of, as we say, there's a lot of sauce for that kind of interaction.
If you're still hating on Bakugo, go watch a different anime. Like, get over yourself. He's not the same person. He's not the same person
as we will notice going forward in this episode.
Yeah, he's basically just in a sweatsuit all the time.
So then we got this gobbledygook over here.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, hey, how do we animate ice, but it's like flowing?
Yeah.
What?
It's just like snow. It's like blowing snow.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what he's got cooking. But
he's gonna need
I think
to.
I control my left side. I'm getting close to that on my right side.
He's gonna need to really.
So I think we're just
try
gonna
and
be seeing
match
a lot of him combining fire and ice as he will be using.
Yeah, because he's not gonna be able. He can't match firepower with firepower.
But he
he
can't
has to
outlast
use
him.
his ice.
Mhm.
Can he just give like super strong blasts of steam then? Is that the idea? Like
Yeah.
what if you were doing both? I mean, either focus really strong one or the other. But
They say that the reason why, well, maybe that's why he's trying to go for it, is like he can do really strong both. Because that's how he creates those big explosions.
I wonder it'd be interesting if we got to see Tetsu help out Todoroki.
That'd be kind of
I Dabi. Because it's like with that bit of like, oh yeah, I train my body to handle heat. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna just sit in this 400-degree oven over here for like an hour and just sauna it out.
Oh, Tetsu. I get that. Like training in oven's cool and all, but like
he's gonna
look at that guy.
He's literally on fire.
It's a blue fire.
I'm just saying because Tetsu was the guy that fought. You know, him and Todoroki had their little bout.
I get sitting in ovens and stuff.
It would be interesting.
There is a melting point to iron.
I get it, but they fought each other in the 1B battle, and it'd be cool if they could come together to Tetsu not necessarily helping him beat him like directly, but get involved.
It could just be some other named villain that we get that Kirishima and Tetsu.
No, I agree that's probably what's going to happen, Joe, but I do like the idea of Tetsu helping out just because of the interactions that Todoroki and him had in season 5.
Yeah, and his whole it's how he differentiates himself from Kirishima.
The thing is that fire is more effective against Dabi, because if I remember correctly from season 6, they said that the reason why he burns himself is because he has Endeavor's firepower, but
he doesn't have the body.
Ray's defenses, right? Because Ray would be able to handle ice really, really well because that's her quirk. So you can't really make him too cold, right? Like you can't freeze him out. I mean, I'm sure if you put him in a blood.
That was explicitly said, like her defense.
Well, no, they said that it
was her durability,
her constitution, right?
It was her body,
So she can't.
They don't mean that in the sense of like, oh, he'll be able to handle the cold. Is he doesn't have like Endeavor's build. He can't use that firepower.
I took it the other way, but I guess you're right.
He doesn't. Yeah, no, it's not like that.
How you doing on time, buddy?
Oh, I already let them know. I was gonna be a little late.
Okay.
And it's security, so that's not as important.
Yeah.
My body is one.
Meanwhile, you can't. These things just don't disappear, dude. Somebody has to clean these up.
That's what I was wondering. No, they can't, because now they're stuck there forever.
Oh wait, go back to the outside. Go back to the outside of it.
It's just, I love how there's just nothing.
Yeah, that kind of checks out.
So what do we think they're gonna do with Machia then? I have gone full. No, I've gone full in on getting Shinzo to copy All for One's voice or Shigaraki's voice. Yeah, no, it'd be Shigaraki's, right? At this point.
Yeah, I wonder how would that work? I mean, would Gianamaki just be like, I respect you, big homie. Followed you for like 100 years, but I'm not following this guy, or like, does he just ignore?
Because that's what it was, right?
Yeah,
that was the My Villain Academia.
Listen to.
Because specifically, it is, if we get the scenario where All for One's controlling Shigaraki's body, Is Shigaraki confused?
But Gigantomachia has two.
Big dude's confused? I don't get it.
Boss, I don't know what you want. Who do I
boss,
listen to?
Boss, you look a little different, bro.
Who do I listen to me? But you're also over there, and I don't know who to.
And then, of course, you're gonna get Shinzo with Persona cores. It's like, no, there's 3 of you. I don't know.
No, I really like that idea now. Like I've gone.
I get.
Everything Joe brought up, like
a caveat to that. Nothing back on it. I do think it probably wouldn't work due to Gigantomachia's smelling abilities.
What you mean? Like they try and use the voice on him, and then he'd smell?
No, well, okay, so Gigantomachia.
Oh, do you mean like he'd smell
underground? Like how far away? Fucking whatever. Just like I smell my master, and it was like, what do you mean you smell?
Gigantomachia has the quirk dog, which allows him to basically track anybody from like any distance.
Yeah, like.
But
So
the thing is,
where he
Gigantomachia would be confused. You're absolutely right, but I don't think he would be knowledgeable enough to not be like, Master, what the? Like, you know, like, you know. Now on a repeat offense, like say if they were to get him brainwashed, and then he were to hear Shigaraki or All For One but not smell them, he'd be like, oh, it's that guy. It's whatever happened to me that one time. It's here, and I'm gonna do it.
Imagine Gigantomachia just. It's like the bit from One Punch Man. Like it's just like smashes Shiggy on his shoulder.
Oh!
Shiggy just on the Family Guy.
Master.
I mean, they're not just gonna have him lie there. He's not just gonna be there for the rest of the show. They got.
Very likely.
Yeah,
not.
okay. So he's.
Well, how do you do with that, Gabe?
So they're just gonna keep him drugged until they need him.
Until they need him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna use him.
Bro, I would not run the gamble of waking the big man up.
Because sure, he has one of his quirks.
If it comes down to the wire,
which means that a big enough shock, well, your typical kind of shocks that would wake other people might not work.
If it comes down to the wire,
that would be fighting him against are not only the people who are strong enough to negate that shock absorption or shock negation or whatever he has, but are also the people that he wants to work for. So they would hit him, and then he'd be like, hey boss. Like,
I'm just saying we are in like DEFCON 5.
If he were
that's
to
what
break
that's the argument I'm making.
That is not what you're saying. You're saying that
I've been trying to say that for the past 5 minutes.
You're saying that they're planning on using
that's what I'm saying when I'm saying when it's coming down to the wire.
I'm saying
when it's coming down to the wire, why not look into this as a potential thing to help out?
I'm saying if he breaks out, it would be a safe.
What else is Shinzo gonna be doing? What else could he be
helping with other villain fights?
It's not that his quirk. So I brought up that his quirk might not work against people who have developed vestige worlds, like an identification of their soul. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, but that doesn't mean that it may not stun them. It stunned Midoriya. I mean, just imagine you're fighting Shigaraki, and every now and then, if he's not careful, he just pauses for a couple seconds. Like, that's still really useful. Dabi does not have a developed vestige world. Dabi, how much do you dislike Endeavor? I hate like, he's still useful in other places. Just because there's absolutely merits to a Gigantomachia brainwashing doesn't mean that's the only
Okay. I did not mean to say, obviously Shinzo is super powerful. But in the relevancy of Gigantomachia, as opposed to just having him sleep for the rest of the show and for him to never appear ever again, and with Shinzo now becoming more prevalent now than ever before, I like the idea of them using that because I don't see why they wouldn't at least try to experiment with it.
I don't think.
And
it was Joe. The whole reason I'm doing this is because Joe got up the idea.
Yeah, I get that, Gabe, and I'm seeing the caveats in my own idea, okay? And I'm trying to explain this to you. That experiment wiped out 18 cities.
It was worth it.
I don't think.
Well, you see,
You
Joe,
wanna just
there's less
wake
cities
him
to
up.
wipe out now. All right. Like, I think it's not if they're going to utilize Machia in a brainwashing.
I don't think it's
sense,
out of the realm of possibility.
I don't think they would plan for like making him an attack option. I think they would be like, in case of emergency, break glass. Shinzo could put him to sleep if we need them to. Not we can have Shinzo become Remy on Gigantomachia's Linguini for the case of for the
Put that in the
case.
fucking quotes. Shinzo's on Gigantomachia Linguini.
No.
Create him a little flesh mech, but the in case he breaks out, it's not a bad idea. Okay, let's move on.
I
like how Bakugo shows up. He's like, all right, listen here, stupid. Like,
yeah.
he comes here
You're
with
an
the
idiot.
actually. Yes. He is good at hide and seek, and then he calls him a nutsack. Do we think, because the body was incomplete, do we think that this means he's going to be, like, literally physically stronger? Or is it just more of, like, a more combined utilization of his quirks, kind of like the fusing of the persona, so he's a more effective with the body? I guess it could be both.
I
think
with
it's
with the merging of like the quirk, it's made him more, analytical and smarter in how he goes about fighting.
Maybe it's also like the number of quirks that have the quirk messages that have manifested. Like he's like still downloading all of them and shit like that. Sorry.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it means by that.
And that is one. I
That's
like how
the
later on
big
Kaminari is the one who
part.
puts it together because he remembers this moment, not
Yeah.
just because it's something to remember, but also he probably felt pretty stupid. Where
Yeah.
It's like, so he's probably just been thinking like, man, I said something dumb. Like, so when it was like, wait a minute, I remember what we were talking about. I was thinking about this. Yes.
Bakugo! I was listening! Very good, Kaminari. Very good.
Okay.
All right, that bit.
Yes, I was waiting for this.
I went through it earlier again just to look at it. So, when did Serge? When did she see Coda again?
Wait, what?
When did he see Coda? I don't think he ever did.
So, like, or Search Girl, or
Oh, that's right. She did.
Oh.
She would have seen them just at the camp.
I think of like when though.
I like how this is broken down into they're tiered, man. Like the only wrong couple of choices here is having
Hey, look at that, Mineta second row.
second row,
Let's-
baby.
second row.
Let's go!
Second row.
Pivotal
The only thing
Mineta,
that's wrong
put
is
it on
that
the bingo.
Tokoyami should be at the top. Although I
it
think
on
this is
the
a
bingo.
great starting
No,
line.
that's
This
a
is
good
great-
first
this is a
lineup.
great
There's the
starting
first
line.
lineup you could pretty interchangeable, I think, between maybe like one or two other people. No, this is pretty accurate.
The only subs you could see are Ida and Momo for Ida and Uraraka for Momo and Tokoyami. Those are the subs.
How dare they put my man Ojiro at the
That's what I was
bottom?
about to say. That's the other
How
wrong thing.
dare
Oh,
they?
that's-
Ojiro and
How
Zero at the bottom. Ayama
dare
in the
you?
second tier.
That's also tough having Tokoyami second tier. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if like you train with Uraraka, I mean, because he is a powerhouse.
I would take Tokoyami over like Ida.
The fact that they have Koda below Sato, because I'm imagining this is a tier list of importance.
Yeah, honestly though,
That's right. Sato was almost where he was supposed to be.
20
Off
quadrillion
the
ants.
list. 20.
20.
Oh, if you guys want an update on 20 quadrillion ants, the poll is currently at it is at 100 votes exactly, and All For One is at 74% of the votes. It's a lot of ants, guys. That's more
I would
ants
say
than there are
that's
stars in the
one in
universe.
4 people are correct.
All right, so now what they have done is they have I like deck fro.
Deck bro.
Brown deck fro.
Oh, also, another cool thing about the Ayama reveal. I know, like, Gabe and I would go, suspicious, like, whenever we didn't see Ayama, which was a fun meme.
Yeah.
This was a meme in our rewatches of Season 6. Sadly, for the most part, you won't be able to see it until our Season 7 coverage started. But, in every single shot of Aoyama in the earlier seasons, up till, like, Season 3, maybe 4, I think, he is always making direct eye contact with the camera. Always. But the moment things started to go the other way, he started to avoid looking at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a neat little detail.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 floors.
What? But there's still like some below that, right?
There's still a little bit below that. But it's about the same height as this building, which is about...
But you have to worry about difference in foreground, background.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I just want to know how big UA is, how tall it is.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Cementos needs a raise. Cementos better be making 6 or 7 figures. Pulling it
6, bro. He's making 7 easy.
He's making 7.
He's literally the infrastructure of the school.
The most, like, the biggest hero school, which is the biggest profession in the country. At least it was. Hero stocks are kind of...
Yeah, the moment I saw these silhouettes and I looked at it, I was like, holy shit, it was him. The moment I saw the silhouette.
Alright, so not necessarily anything too surprising here. Like, you know, you gotta go out into the forest, you gotta make sure you're not being seen. Which is why, of course, why Hagakure was always a #1 pick. It's like, don't show up on cameras if you're invisible, you know?
Yeah.
Would she show up on infrared? Or like...
Let's see why not. If the predators can, I don't see why she can't.
And it's very similar. She's not invisible because, like, she's literally, like, Invisible Man. She's invisible because she's refracting light around her.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll ever be able to eventually, like...
I think you would just notice then, like, a void. Essentially. You wouldn't pick up, like, the heat then of her. You just see, like, a void going around, like, in the shape of her. Because you're not picking up
the heat of the objects behind her. It's almost like a heat shadow.
Yeah, like it'd just be this void that goes around because you said it refracts around her.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be weird. That'd be weird as hell. Weird as hell.
And yeah, I've seen that One for All versus All Might fight. Or excuse me, All for One versus All Might fight way too many times to not recognize this woman right away. Where she's just on the couch, like, here, and Aoyama's just like this, which again, that's such a good way to recontextualize that now. Dude, it was so hard not making this the thumbnail. But, like, having the title be Traitor with this, that's a little... Yeah. With the title being Traitor... We
have to keep you guys guessing.
With the title being Traitor... Well, I know because last time people were angry because, like, oh, you spoiled, you know... There were spoilers in the thumbnail. It's like... Hey, just because you see a little decay on her doesn't mean she's dead. Especially with her power. Like,
and go watch the episode first. Don't watch our reaction.
Well,
go watch the episode. Well,
if they wake up too late or like they get the alert.
Shut up. Just
and maybe go to Crunchyroll.
I understand why they'd be mad. So I wanted to make sure there wasn't.
Get over it. I'm just kidding.
So having Midoriya just be like, what with the title of Traitor, it's like, who's the traitor? Yeah, it's Midoriya. This is still, like, we saw this frame in the manga thanks to the Discord. And, yeah, it is, it's weird seeing, it's honestly weird seeing Aoyama with this much, like, emotional, like, distinction.
Yeah, because normally it's just kind of, like, the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, like, it. And, like, bright eyes.
It's like, imagine a character that's usually, like, in the background of like a video game, so they're low poly, and then like they become like a main focus in like a later chapter, so they like come in and now they're like fully fully rendered, and like they get all the they get all the attention.
Man. I feel so fucking bad for Ayama. Man,
No,
I
seriously.
feel so bad for. No, like it is so like his whole life has been robbed.
Yeah.
He didn't even get a fighting chance, and he's just doing what he's told, and if he doesn't, he'll probably die, or his family will die, and
Everybody he knows will die.
he never even got a say in anything. He never got a fighting chance in anything. You could just see just the absolute stress. Oh, it's so.
And the one
it's so
benefit to this
sad.
whole thing, getting a superpower, gives him massive diarrhea.
Yeah, and even and his quirk sucks. His quirk is booty.
I mean, it's not the bootiest. We
That
have
was more
bootier.
booty. There's
We
more
have
booty than you
bootier.
see.
No, it's no, but it's still pretty booty.
Dude, he is so goofy. Like the mom looks like Yuga, you know, she looks like French lady, but he looks like the Monopoly man. He looks like he's about to sell you Pringles.
It's Mr. Peanut.
It's a good scene. It's all it is, man. It's just a good scene. And then of course the breakdown. This I just adore how this could have been Midoriya. Also, just looking at it, these guys have significantly better quirks
And
than what was in Midoriya's
Aoyama
past.
could have been the heir to One for All.
I don't think so.
Was that Toya in the background?
Is that what?
Is that
Toya.
Toya in the background?
Oh! I was gonna say, remember who was in Midoriya's middle school class? Middle school, more developed quirks at that point. You had stretchy eyes, you had long fingers, you had Thing Man, like, you know, this guy's got telekinesis, we got some energy projection, ice, wind
Fire,
manipulation,
lightning.
flower production, who knows, that might be entire foliage control, water manipulation, you know, hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis,
This is a
Electrokinesis.
top class.
Is that Bakugo? Oh wait, hold on, is this supposed to be 1A? No, because
No, what are you talking about?
we got explosions, we got electricity, we got fire, we don't got water.
We have nothing else here.
Yeah, no. This
Hey,
is an
look,
all-star
Todoroki.
class right here. Like
These guys are all gonna be top 10s at
Dude,
some
this
point.
This is sky high right here.
This is sky high. I want a show about this class.
You know, it'd be really cool, like a show where like it's like Sky High, but it's an anime where it's like it's about superhero kids in a school, like doing school. So that'd be cool.
Shut the hell up.
I'd watch it.
You could have just signed me up for baseball or something, Mom.
What the fuck?
I can't tell if the
I don't
is
believe
cool
you.
or goofy.
No, he's got cool armor.
Hey,
He's
if
just
he
a
had
goofy
like
man.
a cool quirk that had to deal with like sword fighting,
Well, because he's
Yeah.
got naval saber now, right?
If he just
with his
wasn't
help
such
with,
a loser,
Hagakure?
then he would be cooler. If he just wasn't such
I
a-
remember Kaminari in season 5 or was it 6 commenting on it where he's like, man, I wish I could make a sword.
Yeah.
But with the help of like Hagakure, I'm pretty sure he's able to like make a sword or something.
Should have asked for like a list of quirks. Then.
Yeah, can I see your
Yeah.
catalog?
Yeah, like
I'm paying
instead
you a
of
lot
just
of money,
living it to
AFO. Can I-
chance, bro,
he's got
come on.
his master hater list of like, oh, these are all the ones I'm stockpiling for All Might. Here's the ones you can have.
Well,
Yeah,
no, because
come
honestly,
on.
it could have gone like, yeah, I have a hand shooty laser. It's really effective. It doesn't give me diarrhea. Here, kid. And then he's like, oh, it's giving me diarrhea. And it comes from my navel. And it's like, oh, can you try again? And he's like, that'll be another 50 million. He's like, so Ayama, how do you like the new quirk? Let's go get him, son. Like,
Oh man.
this manga panel goes pretty hard in
That
we saw in the Discord, and one of our Discord members was like, "Man, Horikoshi can absolutely draw some freaking fingers." Like, what would it be like to just have a whole? Do you think things get in there?
Oh my god, you're right. Like, what if you're at the beach and you're lying down like in the sand, like with your palms in the sand?
Oh
You have,
yeah.
Wait, when does it like become not a
Or like
pocket?
water. What about water?
Oh, yeah, when you're swimming, does that have to drain out? What
Maybe
the
it's
Yeah,
like
is
his
it just like
ears.
is it like a
Like-
hole and then there's like it's just like a pocket in there and you can like
Does this just like
Get it
keep going
out,
up
or-
to his arm? How does this work?
what if can he like you got like
Maybe
dry
that's
it
the
from
reason-
the inside?
Maybe that's the reason why he took air cannon. Like that's like just
yeah, so you can just like blow
eject
like,
everything
clear it out.
Yeah, and dry it
Ugh.
out.
Brother,
I like,
ugh,
All for One got bullied in elementary school for
for having a hole in his hand.
It's gonna sound really gross, but maybe like the flesh inside like constricts and like it
Stop.
opens up.
It puckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a really bad joke here that will get us age restricted. I'm not gonna make it.
No.
It was so hard being low tier for so long.
So All for One tells him like, hey, get Midoriya alone and then take him out. He didn't actually believe that he was gonna.
Did he ask
Like,
him? He
get
didn't ask
him,
him
right?
to take him out. He just asked him to get him alone.
What was he thinking was gonna happen after that? Like, get him alone, and then what? What, you think Aoyama's gonna beat him? What are you talking about?
Aoyama's gonna jump up so many tears.
Like, Aoyama one-shots Midoriya with his navel laser in season 8. Like, or season 7. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's so good, man.
It's like this entire time he lied about his core cap and that limiter.
Yeah, and he could just
he
bust
can
out
just bust it
crazy
whenever he
lasers.
wanted.
And it doesn't have to be from his belly button. He can literally just make whatever he wants.
Shoot
with
lasers from wherever on his body.
Well, now because of his suit, he can.
Oh, it's only from the holes that he has laser
True, but like
holes
he
from.
has them everywhere now. He has shoulders, hands, belly button, like, knees.
You're like the suit refracts it. Or reflects it around.
You guys are terrible parents.
Yeah, the Yuga, please help us. I mean, that's what, like, you have to go through with this. You have to try and get Midori alone because we're gonna die. Otherwise. Happy birthday, Yuga.
Oh, hi. Hi, guys.
He just is like,
Midoriya here.
20%. And then just-
20%. Fudging.
Oh, 100%. Sorry, guys.
Delaware smashed.
The tree symbolizes foliage,
Oh shit, you're right.
flora. I wanted to hear what they have to say on this one. Like, what's the justification here? I would, if I were Midori, I'd totally lie. It's like, I have super hearing. Like, I heard everything.
I heard all
I
of
got
it.
another quirk, but I got super hearing. Just, like, come on.
Yeah, by the way, I got super hearing. In case you didn't know.
What if that is the last quirk?
The last quirk's super
I can
hearing.
hear you all for one talking shit 300 miles
No,
away.
you know, he could be super hearing, and he already has danger sense, but he could use it in conjunction with danger sense to get, like Toph vision, where, like, he can, like, you know, just sense where things are coming from, and, like, you know,
Go in that direction.
I know what you're about to do because I can hear, like, Daredevil stuff. I can hear
Yeah.
the muscles in your body, like, moving in a certain way. I know you're about to throw a right hook. Yes, yes, yes. I love that shot.
Ugh.
I love how Sato is almost blocked.
Almost
Almost
in.
there. He's almost there.
I like how they, like, almost play this line over it twice.
Yeah.
Like it's layered almost, like the line is
Yeah,
played
like
over twice.
reverberating in his head.
Uh-huh.
Echoey, he's hollow.
Yak Prostata! I'm a terrible villain. Technically, by definition, you're not Yuga, because you have not done any of these things with the utilization of your quirk, and in the society, that's what makes you classified as a villain, is a criminal who commits crimes using their quirk.
So you are good, my
You
guy.
are good, man. You are just a felon. Like,
You're going to juvie.
So yes. I wonder. I do wonder how many 100 yen lighters he has out there.
He's just dropped like thousands of them everywhere. It's like, God damn it, he dropped more of them here.
Wasn't good for my body. All things that we've talked about. It's just a really good. It's a really good reveal. And also, we
your
see
desire
this.
to conform, bro. You're French.
Yeah, it's over, bro.
You're already at the bottom of the
You're a
barrel.
Frenchie in Japan.
You're at the
It's
bottom
over.
of the barrel, dude. You're not gonna get much farther than that.
But I'm pretty sure it's in season 4 during his episode where he's like talking. He's like, "Mama, Papa, I just want to fit in." Now, of course, legitimately, when I was watching that, I'm like, oh, I get it, foreign kid. You know, he wants to not be, the outsider. But it's literally him going, "I have no biological thing that makes me cool, mother." Like,
Mother, I'm different.
your quirk is speaking a different language, honey.
Bilingual.
You know they tried that one. You know, how many of
Yeah.
your friends can speak 2 languages, honey? Like, Jimmy can fly, Mom.
Why can't I fly? You
did this to me. He didn't even really have a choice to go to UA. Like, it wasn't
No,
even.
he didn't have any
Because
choices
All
to
for
do
One
anything.
didn't even go, "Hey kid, you're going to the best school." His parents, he just told his parents, it's like, enroll your kid in UA.
Yeah.
But mother, I wish to go to Shiketsu. Roll. UA.
Go to UA.
It's like, we live like an hour away. Like, Shiketsu's right. It's like an 8-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, it's good. It's good. And then, of course, so I wanted to bring this up during the
Jesus,
reaction.
that's big.
I wanted to bring this up during the reaction, but Danger Sense went off. It's like, so Ayama was genuinely like, I need to hurt him. I need to do damage to this man.
Yeah.
Or like keep him away from me.
Mm-hmm. So glad he didn't dodge that stuff.
Wait, so hold on a second.
Does this mean that? Yeah. Wait. Our is naval laser?
No, shut up. I don't want to talk about naval laser scaling. Shut up. I don't want to talk about naval laser scaling. No.
I think we need to talk about naval.
No,
laser.
Hagakure is massively FTL because she like ran and jumped in front of it.
She can jump in front
Naval
of it after it was
laser.
fired and manipulate it.
Deku was not going to be able to dodge naval laser, and Hagakure was able to get in there faster than Deku could dodge it. Hagakure and Aoyama scale now to the reaction time and the speed of Deku.
Actually, no. Midoriya very clearly dodged it. Look
No.
at it. This is not online.
No.
If this
No.
kept going, it would have
No,
gone
our
way
frame is
faster.
off.
Oh, Red.
Our frame is off.
Red. The Danger Sense wouldn't have fired off. It wasn't gonna hit him.
Danger Sense doesn't necessarily mean that it's not like Spider Sense necessarily where it's like something is going to happen to you. It's there is a situation of danger that's about to happen to you.
Yeah, that is intent on going to hit you.
Well, you can still dodge it after Danger Sense. Like, that's the whole point. Is that you can react to the events about to occur.
I get that, but like it wouldn't have fired otherwise.
Well, it totally would have fired it. If I have a gun to you, and you're fast enough to dodge it, you're still gonna be like, "Oh, he's about to pull the trigger," and then you dodge. Like, that's the point of Danger Sense.
I get that, but like, I mean, no, that was gonna hit him. That was gonna hit him.
It was going to hit him.
Like, why else would he have brought his hands up like it was gonna hit him?
Yeah, because you bring it up, and then he dodged. This is how
Nope.
He
No,
literally
it's
didn't
not
dodge.
right. Stop.
we
He's
block
going-
and dodge at the same time. Like,
Hagakure save.
No.
250 points.
oh, that's actually a good point. That's a good point.
Is that a save?
Points. I don't know if it's a save, but this is in our rules. We have character moment. Is this a character moment for Hagakure?
I think it's also a character moment for Aoyama.
None of us
Yeah,
have
you're
that
right.
on.
None of us have him.
Joe, I think Joe gets points here.
Maybe we can hold off on the points for another thing.
We'll bring it
It's
to
not
the
like
GM.
we got like awakening. Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be our biggest Hagakure moment we get, so I'm willing to award points.
Yeah.
We'll bring it to the GM. We'll bring it to the GM.
Yep.
Oh no, I gotta kill 2 people. I wish this was animated more.
Yeah.
Instead of just a presentation frame. Everyone, calm down.
Like, I mean, to be fair, that looks like it was taken literally straight from the manga panel.
Yeah.
I think with this episode there wasn't a whole lot of action. So
No,
didn't have to
yeah, they're not.
do
They're
a whole
not.
lot of
they're not-
budget for this episode.
If they spent their Sakuga on this episode, I'd be like,
Sakuga.
realize we got a war coming up, right? Like,
No, sorry, we used all of our sauce on the Ayama.
it's just the
trail.
hatching right here. It looks like it was
Yeah.
taken directly from the manga in order to
See that?
to evoke movement, but like, guys, it's supposed to be moving.
Yeah.
I do like that. Black Whip is the best quirk, man. It's
Yeah,
the
it is.
best quirk. I love that. The sad mixed with anger. It's great. The frustration. But you know that he's not angry at Ayama. He's angry at himself. He's going,
Yeah.
how did I not see this? How could I have been letting my friend be in this state all this time for months, almost a year now? I've had I've been in a position where I could have helped him, but I didn't notice it. Like
That's my hero.
That's my goat right there. That is my hero.
my
academia.
hero.
Yeah, go and show me what you gotta do.
Well, I love that. I mean, we haven't gotten to it yet, but never mind. I won't say anything about it yet till we get to it.
Yes. But then you've got just I love the evolution of Sukauchi. Like,
Our babyface boy back in Vig.
back
and
in
now
Vig,
it's-
or even just
this
season
is-
1 and 2. Now look at him.
Oh man,
He's so tired.
He's just.
He's so tired.
he's working
He
at
got-
5. He's
he
working
got
at
the-
5 a.m. to 5
He got
a.m.
the Yagami. He got the Yagami treatment.
Yeah.
It was like you looked like you were 40 at the start, and now you ended up looking 60 at the end.
Yeah, and it's
by the
only
end of
been
it.
7 months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, to be fair, it was like 2 years or something.
I've aged to 3 decades in 2 months.
yeah, it's been rough.
Oh, look at Alma. I didn't even notice that, man.
Oh, he's got to be devastated.
Nezu.
I can.
I was
Yeah.
like, we can.
We could.
We did it.
Dude, Nezu looks like he's a. Look at him. Look at his stance.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna beat up Ayama. I'm gonna beat him up.
Dude, he was like. There was a comment that's like, I like just the aura and the way he said, like, please kids leave. It was like, all right, lay down the chair, get the wet rag. All right, we're gonna find out everything this kid knows.
You guys aren't gonna want to see this.
Mhm. This is like my favorite shadow relationship, like the one that gets no focus by anybody but
Yeah.
Hagakure and Ojiro.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
God, to Deku just.
Here's a good question for us. How at fault is Aoyama in your opinion?
all of it.
Gabe, imagine you
Put it on the
are
board.
4 years old.
You are
Gibby.
4.
You are 4. You are Gibby. And now you are quirkless Gibby, and you were given a quirk by the devil himself. And if you don't do what he tells you to do, your family dies.
You lost
Yeah,
the fiddle
that's-
contest.
Did I do it? Did I do the things?
Yes.
No, you
And
didn't.
there we go. Oh, I didn't do them.
You didn't put yourself in this situation. No, your parents.
But did I
His
still
parents'
did
fault.
Gibby do these things?
Gabe, if I told you go rob a bank or I shoot Shelby in the foot, you'd be like, which bank? Like, Shelby's his dog, by the way.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He still did it. He had a choice. He could have not done it.
What about you? What about you, Joe?
No, I'm fucking.
I know
I'm
we're fine. I
messing with
know.
you.
bro.
I know.
Yes, no, he's not
It's
at fault
It's
here.
his parents' fault. You kidding?
It is the parents should go in the slammer.
Straight to jail. Do not
Yeah.
pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, get him out of here. Aoyama didn't get a choice.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's not.
You only just gained consciousness when you turned 4. Like he didn't even have
He didn't
anything.
have a chance. Like, he probably doesn't even remember the operation.
Yeah.
I mean, he
doesn't-
does because we saw his POV of All for One going, "Here, little boy." Like,
Take this quirk.
stomach aches for you.
I'm gonna put your
It
nose
is way
in the
funnier
hole
if
in
it is
my
like,
hand.
you guys want a quirk? What was that one that like gave me the shits? Like
I'll give him that one.
belly laser, navel laser. There we go, navel laser. Here, take this one. Like,
All right, kid.
waka 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 waka. But like, is Aoyama participating in this final war?
I think he'll play a
I
part.
think so.
Yeah, I mean, we know.
he has to because he's our trump card, really.
No, I
Yeah,
mean, like, he'll redeem himself. Like, obviously, we've talked about a lot how redemption's a big thing in this show.
Atonement.
He will get
atonement.
atonement and redemption. He'll get his. Not only will it be okay, now we're gonna use you against All for One. I think we'll also have his moments of. You know what? I could see him making a sack play at some point. I could see him making a sack play at some
Not
point.
like we get points.
No,
No,
I
but
could
he's just
see it happening.
using it in common vernacular.
I'm using it as a
okay.
sense of here's something that
I
Aoyama.
that
could
game was
do.
just doing that. It's like he had Aoyama on his team. I'm like, bro, none of.
No, I don't want Aoyama. I don't want Aoyama. But I mean, if he's on the board, you
Give
know,
me
then I'll-
gross.
I don't know. I could see that happening, and then that's how he plays a part in it. I could see him.
We
I
just
could
got
see
to the
him-
bit with our
Bakugo.
boy. No, with Midoriya.
This is so good, man. Ugh!
Yep, he's just mad at himself.
Yeah, this is you are not loyal to All for One at all. You hate him. And his references with Nagant, which is the fight where things kind of it was his first real fight where he had to really face the ideas that, you know, it's not just heroes versus villains. It's not so black and white. There are a lot of shades of gray. I mean, he already knew that. This is the first.
People getting used, people in unfortunate circumstances,
exactly.
all that type of.
Mm-hmm.
People get caught in the crossfire.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
Which also, yes, it does. Back in the slam.
Put him in the morgue.
Put him in the morgue.
No,
Yeah.
no, not the morgue. No.
No, the morgue. Yeah, he's going in the morgue.
Put him in.
Put him in a body bag. All right, but it is very much like if someone was like this for Twice, he wouldn't have become a villain. Because Twice had just that one bad accident with that slippery slope, right? But if there was somebody out there who genuinely tried to pull him up and really get him out from that position, that wasn't just, you know, the utter minimum of, you know, you can bounce back, kid. Anyways, good luck.
Yeah.
He would still likely be alive and not, you know, a villain. And that's just something that happens with all the villains. You know, if somebody was there to help Shigaraki after what happened, if they didn't leave him alone, if Toga wasn't, berated by her parents for being weird, for the compulsions of her own body, her own quirk, it's about how, the reaching out is what will help these people and help not make more of them in the future. And it's just a really good thematic through line. And I like how Bakugo's like, yeah, that's it, Deku. Because that's also
Be the hero.
because in fact, it was what Deku did right there, which made Bakugo, or at least was one of the key points in why Bakugo resented Midoriya so much. The scene where he was, he fell off the bridge and he's like, hey, are you okay? That Midoriya's willingness to help, like it freaked Bakugo out back then, and he was afraid of how good Midoriya was and what that could mean in the future. But now Bakugo is fully on board, and he's like, that's exactly what he needs. Be a hero. Let's go.
See what I mean? You can't hate on Bakugo anymore, people. Stop hating on him.
That's peak.
Jesus, that's peak.
Jesus, that's peak.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Jesus,
that's peak.
You. Oh, you can.
Sansa, Gago Ayama. Yeah, like the idealists and the realists, kind of like, he still committed these crimes. We gotta at least hold him in custody, maybe.
So they don't skeet out and that up.
He'll do his time, but not until after he helps.
I love the musical piece that plays here. And then he finally gets to do something that isn't charge a battery.
or take an attack, or blow his whole load in one go.
And there we go. That's the opener. That's how we go from the pre-war to the war.
No, but All For One has probably got a backup. He's like, this is the plan in case Aoyama gets found out, and they try to use him to track me and trick me and get to me. And so we will then go to letter L, Plan A, Section 3, Order 2, Subsection 59. We do that plan, and that'll help get us back on track.
I've done every evil plan in my filing cabinet from A to Y.
A to Y?
Why is that Dobby?
Yeah, A to Y, the alphabet.
What about Z?
Z.
Z?
That just shows Midoriya busting through the cave.
I need a My Hero Academia movie, but it's just the SpongeBob movie.
I've used every single evil plan in my filing cabinet from A to Y. This SpongeBob movie is so freaking funny, man. It's so good.
I need a My Hero movie but it's just SpongeBob characters.
I've used every evil quirk in my filing cabinet.
From A to Y.
And Plankton with just like the potato face and no eyeball.
Plankton is All For One. He fits him.
I'll have the secret one for all. Oh, hail AFO! Oh, hail AFO!
Wait, does that make Mr. Krabs that make Mr. Krabs All Might?
Yes!
Mr. Krabs is All Might.
SpongeBob is Midoriya.
And SpongeBob is Midoriya.
Is
Squidward Bakugo? Is Squidward Bakugo? And then...
Oh, no! Bakugo's a better musician.
No way.
And Todoroki is Patrick.
No, Ito would be Patrick, and Sandy would be Uraraka.
Who's Todoroki? Is Patrick Todoroki? Patrick would have to be
Patrick. He's just cut in half with color.
No, Todoroki's definitely Gary.
Oh yeah, no, I can see that.
All right, and that's all we're gonna have time for today. Thank you so much for watching our review of My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 3. If you want to see our full reaction to this episode, or if you want to go and just talk to us more about what we've talked about here, you can support us on Patreon. You'll get access to our full-length reactions and our Discord. Make sure you go check out our reaction again and the episode again. And thank you, everybody. Have a good one. Bye-bye.